Hey guys, Jake here with Jake's Trains. As some of you may have noticed, I have decided to change the name of the channel. Mainly the reason I decided to do that is the fact that originally when I started this, I was going to try and go more of the car route. But I feel like that's really overdone. Plus that stuff is very expensive to do. And it takes a while to be able to come up with something really good. Meanwhile, with this is turning into more of a passion for me. When I come home, I can't wait to come down to my basement and play with my trains. So I figured, you know what, let's change the name of the channel and just dive in deep with this. So to those of you that have joined in on my channel recently and subscribed to me, I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. All 37 of you. Past couple of months, we've grown a little bit, so let's keep getting those numbers up. But today we have a new engine here. Most of you have probably already seen it. It is another Union Pacific engine. It is also another SD70 ACE. But for me, besides my big boy, which should give it away, this is going to be my first Athearn Genesis diesel. I do have a couple other Athearns, but they are the RTRs. So that would be the 3593, and I also have a BNSF SD50. No one's really seen that just because of the fact that it's in pieces, and I've got a long way to go with it. So let's go ahead and open this up and take a look at it. All right, so here it is. Obviously, as you can see, it's still in its box here. It is actually technically a used engine, but not really. I ended up getting it from my buddy Metro Paul out of Tennessee, which in turn he got it from someone who had just passed away. The family was just trying to sell the stuff off, and I ended up being able to pick this up pretty cheap. I know this is usually a pretty expensive engine, given that it's something that everybody wants. I can put the normal MSRP right here from Athearn, but as you can see, this one here is the Union Pacific SD70 ACE 1111, powered by our people. It is Tsunami 2 with sound. It is a Genesis model, and it has the LED lighting. So let's go ahead and take her out of the packaging, the cardboard packaging here, because nice thing that Athearn does is they make these heritage style unit boxes really nice. So let's go ahead and open it up real quick. All right, now that we got it out of its cardboard box, as you can see here, just like I had said, it does come in this really nice kind of gloss finish box here. It says powered by our people. It has the Athearn Genesis Premium Trains logo here, your Union Pacific badge over here, as well as Courage to Care Union Pacific badge here. This is a special badge. In the center on the spike, in Latin it has Emis Domum Incolumes. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering that, but basically it translates to go home safely. So I will put the Union Pacific's meaning for that right here. As you already saw, this part here, pretty typical of every Athearn box. Just all their information here, the California warnings, Athearn Genesis Premium Trains, not recommended for under 14. Another Genesis badge there, and another one there. So, real nice. And then over here, it just makes sure that you know that this is for HS scale. So let's go ahead and open this up. There we go. So within here, it comes with your typical Genesis booklet here. Genesis as close to real as it gets. This is just your manual and sound guide. And flip through here, gives you handling and maintenance information. There's your lubrication points. Sorry about the glare from the lighting. If you need to replace some parts. Here are your sound decoder functions. You can pause it here if you'd like to read them. More DCC and sound, all the different horns and bells. You can get different turbo sounds and everything, different engine sounds. Coupler sounds, air compressor sounds. So that just about does it for that. Right here comes with your SD70 ACE SD70M-2 parts page here. So it kind of just gives your exploded view of everything. Comes with your typical warranty card, which technically I guess that doesn't apply to me. This is more warranty information. Let's see here. All of Athearn's information, model number and everything, how to contact them, and sign up for their Athearn news. I get all my information off of Facebook, so that takes care of that. And here's the money shot. As you can see, even though it's used, it is all still in its original packaging here. It's got its wrappings on the top and bottom to protect the paint. And it even comes with, in here, extra little parts in case anything breaks off. Hopefully that never happens. Keep that tucked in there. Alright, so this is never easy with one hand. Alright, now that we got her all out of the plastic packaging and everything, I have to say, with this being my first Athearn engine, I'm very impressed. A lot of you know most of my stuff is MTH, which I haven't had many complaints about them. The biggest thing I've noticed with this Athearn unit here is the weight. I know that is a big complaint for a lot of guys that have these. Their weight is definitely on the lacking side. So just, I mean, I don't have a scale. I should probably get one. But it is very, very light compared to a MTH engine. As of last week, and this is February 10th, last week or 2 weeks ago, maybe by now, Athearn announced their Genesis 2.0 stuff, and they are going to be a lot heavier and have a lot more detail and stuff like that. I guess we'll see how those actually turn out when that point in time comes. So back to this unit here. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the front of the engine here. So as you can see here, it comes with the standard McHenry couplers, comes with the snowplow already attached, and the nice thing about it is all the air hoses and everything have already come through. You got some pretty standard plastic handrails up here, and the nice thing about the chain links here in the front is that they actually have holes in them, so it actually looks like chain. You have LED ditch lights and headlight. The number boards are not lit. The nice thing about this is it does have the dash cam that comes standard anymore. You got your two sand hatches there. The grab irons and everything are all attached. Your windshield wipers are all attached. So that just about does it for the front. Let's go ahead and spin her around. So real quick, let's go ahead and take a look at the top. So it's got its PTC antenna. Talking with my one of my good buddies, Dylan, turns out that this model is only missing pretty much one thing, and there's an antenna that goes here, and they're kind of like the firecracker antennas. They are for just special trips, but that's pretty much the only thing that's missing. You can see there it has powered by our people up on the top. It's got a nice horn there. You can see through and see the fans there all the way down through. It's kind of hard to see, but this fan here actually is see-through. It doesn't really look like it is, but it is. This is removable. I'm not going to do it on camera. But the really nice thing that I really like about Athearn units is, let's see if I can do this. The roof is removable. So you can actually see in here. It's really nice because you can add cab figurines if you want. It's just magnetic. I mean, obviously you can see it, the wires for the lights come through, but you can see the dash on both sides for the engineer and the conductor, and you got a third seat back in there. Really nice detail. So, and then here is the underside of the cab roof, and then to put it back on, the tip of the cab goes under the headlight. Drop it down, and there you go. Those are strong magnets. So back to it here. So you got all your steps here. You got some more plaques here and here. Some really nice truck detail. Powered by people on the side. One nice thing I really like that Athearn has done is the windows are tinted. Really nice American flag detail. The wrap on the side is all really nice and detailed. They did a fantastic job on this. See-through on the sides here and here. Some more really nice truck detail for the rear. Some nice detail here on the fuel tank. You got your fuel level sight glass here, emergency shut off, red cap for the fill up. More stickers back here, here, and here. Take a look at the rear. And it has that Courage to Carry Union Pacific logo here on the back. Here. You got your reverse lights here. You got another sand hatch up here on the top. You got more air hoses and everything, coupler cut levers and everything all on the back as well. It's got the holders for extra knuckle couplers here and here. Another McHenry coupler on the back. See-through right here, another sticker here. Got your number boards up there on the top. And then pretty much the same thing on this side. It is a different wrap on this side. You can see this side is tinted as well. to the engineer's side. See, the bell is mounted here, down low like it's supposed to be. So, all right. Let's see, is there any underside detail? Nah, that's pretty standard. So, all right, let's go ahead and get her up on the track, test out the coupler height level and everything, and see how she sounds, how she looks, see how she pulls. All right, so this is a little different. Normally I put it on the layout, but I decided to just do it on my program track here. So the really nice thing is I can, with my new ESU system, I can just, with a push of a button, turn the power off the layout. I'm still working on a video for that. I want to do a really good job on it. So I got a video for that coming out soon. So here with my KD coupler height gauge, as you can see, it's right on. Not too bad. And the airline here, or whatever you really want to call this thing down here on the bottom, it's right where it needs to be, so that's not too bad. Let's check out the rear. And that's also right on. Absolutely perfect. So, all right, let's go ahead and now throw it up on the, I guess we'll just continue to use the program track here for now. All right, so a couple things before I turn the power on here. Just want to make note that just like all other decoders, they all come from the factory as usual, is like with number 3 as their address. Thankfully, this one for me has already been addressed to 1111. So it seems the previous owner did a couple things for me, but you can always change that to whatever you want. One other thing to make note of is with the Tsunami 2, Athearn has them programmed to make sure that it remains prototypical in terms of the ditch lights. So if your engine is, let's say, Union Pacific, Southern Pacific, or the BNSF, then they do not flash. If it is CSX or Norfolk Southern or some of the others, then they will flash. The nice thing is if you want them to flash, or if they are already flashing, if you don't want them to flash, then it is just a simple CV change away. All that is able to be easily found in your manual. A couple other things. Function 3, which is your short horn, can be changed to a grade crossing if you'd like. I will most likely do that. And then function 4, which is your dynamic brakes sounds, it'll either make the dynamic brake sounds as long as the engine has dynamic brakes, just like the ditch lights. If the engine does not have dynamic brakes, then they are not going to make dynamic brake sounds. It'll just go straight to idle. So besides that, let's go ahead and turn her on and check out some of the lighting and some of the sound functions. Alright, here's your startup. Just as a fair warning, I'm going to try and keep the function 9 of half volume on as much as I can. That way you can actually hear me, because this engine is definitely pretty loud. So here's your startup. Function 0, your headlight. Function 1 is your bell. Function 2 is your horn. Now I've already changed mine over, but function 3 is usually your short horn. But like I said earlier, I changed mine over to the grade crossing. F3 is your short horn, or if you change that CV, your grade crossing. F4 is your dynamic brakes. You can hear that hum there. And it goes back in a bit of a higher idle. It only works once it's moving. Function 5 is your ditch lights. Function 6 is a lighting effect number 2. This does not appear to do anything, given that Function 6, which is your lighting effect number 2, does not appear to do anything on this engine, given it has no beacons or anything like that. F7 is your dimmer for your headlights, front and rear. You can see it's flickering a little bit here on the screen. It doesn't really do that in real life. F8 is your mute. So it's completely silent now. No functions will work for sounds. F9, like I said before, is half. Okay. F9 is, like I said earlier, your half volume. F10 is your sander. It is also straight to 8, so whenever you hit that, it will go into a high idle. Function 11 is your brake set and release. You will have to end up messing with some CVs in order to actually get that to work properly. It won't do anything right out of the box. F12 is brake select. F13 is couple and uncouple. F14 is your half speed and momentum override, so that's kind of like switcher mode. F15 is handbrake. F16 is HEP mode on and off. F17 is fuel loading sequence. You can hear them adding fuel, removing the caps and stuff like that. F18 is general service sequence. So you can hear them adding sand and opening up the caps and everything for the sand valve, or the sand domes and everything like that. F20 is steam generator on and off, which doesn't do anything on this engine. F23 is all aboard. And F26 and F27 are your engine RPMs for notching them up and down. F26. If you hit it one more time past regular idle, it will end up shutting the engine down. If that happens, then you just hit F26 and it'll fire back up. Alright guys, well now that we got her on the layout, we're going to go ahead and do a quick test run. With the Powered by Our People engine today, we have my SP cars that are still under construction. I'm adding windows to them, and I'm going to be adding lighting as well. Just a fun little project, and I'm probably going to do a little video on that. I'm not fully sure on that, but until then, here we go. Alright guys, well, let's go ahead and turn out the lights now and see how everything looks at night. In my personal opinion, I think Athearn did a really good job with these new LEDs. Alright guys, well as you can see it's nighttime now on the layout, and the crew's getting ready to head out. So let's go ahead and have them turn on the headlights for us, that way we can see how it looks. Here is the headlight. That's at its highest setting. Here are your ditch lights. Now that is a huge improvement. As you can see, the headlight is a bit more warmer than the ditch lights are, which are more of a cool white, which gives a nice modern feel. Not too bad. Definitely lights up the layout here. Real quick, let's hit function 7. You can see how much that headlight dims down. Oop, wrong one. There we go, with the ditch lights off. Function 7 on, off. Alright, let's go ahead and test out that reverse light. Alright, now we're at the back side of the engine. Let's have them throw it in reverse. Check out this light. Alright, there you go. Definitely lights it up again. Nice and bright. One nice feature that they added that I really like is that the ditch lights go out whenever it goes in reverse. Another really nice prototypical feel. And here's with the headlight dimmed down. Definitely dims down a good bit. It's not as bright on the camera as it is in real person, but it's definitely a nice feel. So let's have them hook up to the cars and have them do their send-off. Alright guys, well, I just wanted to say thank you for coming to my channel and watching my video. If this is your first time coming to the channel, please hit that like button and that subscribe button. Many more videos here to come. Even try and hit that bell icon if you would. That way you're notified every time I post. Some people seem to be having some issues with the bell icon. I'm not quite sure why. If you are, just hit. If you are having issues with hitting the bell icon and it letting you get notified when I post, just leave a comment down in the comment section below about it. Also, if you just have any other questions or comments about this video, or you see something on my layout that you want to see a review on, just let me know and I will see what I can do. So have yourselves a great day or night, depending on what time you're watching this, and I will see you guys later.